Hello and welcome to my channel. Please give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoy it. Please subscribe to this channel and also click the little bell to be notified every time I upload. Thank you for watching. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel and thank you very much for tuning in. This video is going to be a little tutorial on how I got this eye look. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you watch it all the way to the end because it's not going to be very long. And I'm going to stop talking now and we're going to dive straight in. So here I am with just one eye done now, and what I'm going to do is show you how I created it. The first thing I'm going to do is draw the outline in shadow, and this way you don't have the horror of black eyeliner where it goes on your skin and that's the end and you can never get it off again. So we're going to just gently use this brush, which I've dipped into some powder shadow, and just make something that looks vaguely identical to the other side. So it goes up and down a bit and then up again, and then it comes down and round like so. So that looks pretty similar, I reckon. I'm not going to be using that many products on this. I've got one palette and a couple of singles and some like individual little bits. So what we'll do first is draw the line. So now we've got it just where we want it. I flip the mirror to magnifying and start up here. Follow the line. It's easier to do it from both ends and meet in the middle. Do not ask me why. I don't know. There we go. Yeah, that's not too bad. And then down in one. There we go. That's good. So, yeah, I'd say that was not too bad actually. Maybe try and tidy the line up just a fraction. There we go. And you've got your line. So this is where the individual shadows come in, and the first one is this absolute, I'll put the top back on so I can turn it upside down and read it. It's called Rockabilly and it's by Sample Beauty, and it's the best red in the world basically. So it is incredibly pigmented. You get any on your hands, on your clothes, that's it. So we get a tiny bit. I tend to use the lid for this sort of thing just to... Oh, I've primed my eye, by the way, with my Revolution cut crease canvas, which is super handy. So I get this deep red and just start patting it very gently. Got bits of fluff everywhere today. I don't know where all that's come from. So just tapping it off in the lid and just pressing it in. And as I say, this is the most red. I tried for ages to get all different sorts of red. Stargazer, it was alright. Nothing like this though. That was years ago, so they've probably improved by now. There we go. Now, if you do have a go at this, And I really hope you do, because it's, you know, not rocket science. Would you let me know, tag me on your Instagram? My Instagram is @PurpleJaneW. So if you do have a go, let's see it. Let's everyone else see it as well. So we get the main dark red sorted there. There we go. And I'll be coming back to this inner corner later on, and you'll see what I've got down there after that. So I'll just put the lid back on this. I think this is just going to last for 1,000 years. It's huge, the jar, and I don't think it's terrifically expensive, otherwise I wouldn't have bought it. So next, moving right along to my, it's Asylum, and it's by Sugar Pill. Now, when I bought this, I thought it was going to be red, but it's not actually red. It's more of a sort of fiery, sort of metallic-y, sort of, not orange, but more of a flame red, if you know what I mean. So I'm taking some of my primer water by Primark. Right, sorry about that. Life intruding into art, as it were. So what was I talking about? Oh yes, Sugar Pill and Primark primer water. So a little tiny bit of primer water on the brush, little tiny bit of Asylum in the lid, and as I say, it's a sort of a red, but it's red going into flame, and it is a shimmery shimmer. So I'll just lay down a bit of it there like that, and then I'll put a bit that's not quite so liquidy going up like that, and then I'll put a bit in the cap for later. There we go. And of course, when it comes to blending, we can go back in with the Sample Beauty just to do the edges. Like so. Yeah, that looks reasonably even. I'll just turn this mirror over and see if I can tell. Oh yeah, there we go. So we'll go back, and actually what I might do now is put a little bit of red all the way along, and then that way it will be easier to blend out. Just touch that bit up. See, this is the thing, once you start and you've got one of these magnifying mirrors, you just can't stop going in and just touching up a little bit and then another little bit. But anywho, just clean the brush off a little bit. How are you all alright, I hope? There, I'm going to try some orange now. So this is my lovely Beauty Bay Mitchell palette, and we get the orange, which is called Mental, and we just start blending along the edge of the red. Let's move that up a tad. There we go. And I got this palette when it was on special offer, but I highly recommend it even if it's full price. It's got so many colours in it that you can just use it every day and make a different look every day for, well, I don't know, ages. So there's a nice sort of mustardy colour called Mixer. There we go, there's all the colours I'm using. And true enough, we're going to start mixing that along the edge there, like that. And then just wipe this off a little bit more ferociously. I like using the same brush. Don't judge. So then I will go back in with a yellow called Manchester, which is a real yellow, and pop that in there. There we go. And the only problem I seem to have here is because my skin's quite old and quite wrinkly, it does take a bit of doing, but I think if you do, which you probably do have, younger skin, it's a lot easier to get these mattes to work. Right, so I put a matching bit of yellow here, like so. Just bring that along like that, just to match up the sides. I think I need a bit more orange actually. It's not very orange on the, there we go, that's better. So I know it's been very difficult in the world recently, but all you've got to think is, how would I like to be treated? And then just treat other people the way you would like to be treated. That's all there is to it, really. It's not difficult. Unless those other people are not the sort of people that need to be treated well, like violent criminals, that sort of thing. So, obviously, everyone else, treat as you would like to be treated, and you won't go wrong. Right, so last of all, I'm going to get a little bit more of that Sugar Pill Asylum colour and just put a little dot of it here, like there is on the other side. I'm going to get my own mix of all sorts of things that I have in a jar here. When I get loose pigments, loose eyeshadows, I like to make my own colours out of them as well, just in little empty Barry M jars. And this one has got some Sample Beauty a Year pigment in it, so it's got a tiny bit of glitter in it. So I'm just putting that in the corner to match the other corner, just to give it a little bit of inner corner sparkle without actually having a white or any sort of highlight colour. So as you can see, I'm just going to use this to blend it in a tad. There we go. As you can see, we've got some white dots on this side, so we're going to put some on the other side. And as if you watched my last video on doing a butterfly eye, which is sort of what they're calling this shape, I was using my Revolution Supreme Dip Liner, which looks like this, lovely liquid white eyeliner and my nail art tool, which looks like this, and just getting a little bit on the end and just dotting it on. Couldn't be easier. How many have I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. 3, 4, 5, 6, a little one, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, doesn't want to come. There it is. So that's 10 of those. And the stars, of course, my trusty Lottie London stamp liner, which, if we can get 4 going up the edge without getting the rim. 1, 2, I have to go back to that one. 3, 4. There we go. Now with these stamp liners you also get a liner, hence the name. So if you do bollocks it up like I just did, you can go back and just fill in if you've missed a bit. Got to have a reasonably steady hand to do it. So that's that. Then I take my Essence liquid ink, one of the best eyeliners you can buy actually. It's a waterproof one and it really does work. It really is waterproof. So I'm going to try and join the line from the shape onto the edge of my lash line, as I'm doing here. Just get it, there we go, like that. And all you ladies with hooded eyes, don't forget, if you draw it straight across it'll end up looking weird, so you just have to tuck it underneath like that. I'm just gonna go back over the line again with my Catrice. It's called It's Easy Tattoo Liner. Now, if they say it's easy, it must be easy. It's just got a bit of yellow on the line, so I'll just go over it like that. Okay, so the last thing to do is the lashes, and it's Essence Lash Princess, obviously. The wonderful curved wand. So we get that lifting up the lashes. And I haven't curled my lashes today at all. It's just this lovely curvy brush. Really does lift them up. I don't know what I would have done without this curly brush at sometimes. It really, I mean, I don't know if you can see how curly it is, but it's very curly. Now, in the background today, I've got my Buffy book, which is called Sex and the Slayer, a gender studies primer for the Buffy fan, and that is by Lorna Jowett. If you are a Buffy fan, fabulous. This is the sort of book that you should be thinking about having a look at. It's proper academic theories about the show. If you're not a Buffy fan, Why not? Greatest piece of television in the last 25 years. So, not as expensive as Game of Thrones, obviously, but I like to think if we hadn't have had Buffy, there's so many other TV shows we wouldn't have had either. The writing, everything about it has changed the landscape for television drama. But anywho, get my lash and put some duo glue on it. Now if you do hear any bumping and nailing, it's my neighbours building a shed, so sorry about that. Can't really do much about it, but it's the time of day that people will do this. I'll try and drown it out with my background music, but it might come through, I don't know. If it does, sorry. So, while that glue is getting a bit tacky, you might be interested to know what I'm using for lips today, and that is my Revolution liquid lipstick, black one, and also my Revolution liquid lipstick metallic red. So I've put the, I mean it's not, it doesn't dry down, but the black dries down, and then once that has dried down you can put this metallic red over the top. It's not the greatest on its own, I have to say. I mean it's alright there, look, see, it's alright, it's okay, but it does look better over black, I think. You get a sense of the metallic nature of it. Right, let me just get that off there because otherwise I'll get it all over my clothes. Eyelashes, just give them a little wave. Oh, the other book? The other book is BFI, British Film Institute, book on The Exorcist by Mark Kermode, who you may know. He does a lot of work on theory of cinema and reviews things and talks about cinema. I think he does television shows as well. He's very good. And these little BFI books, I've got a bunch of them. They do them for individual films. I have got a bunch of them somewhere in there. Right, so we're going to put this on. Sneak it in there. Tuck it under my lovely droopy eyelid. Squish it down like so. And you can go obviously back over with your eyeliner. Squish it into the mascara without poking yourself in the eye. And there we are. I'll just give it a little run along with this. There we go. So yeah, that is this face. I hope you like it. I really like it. Yeah. I don't know what to call it. Flaming stars, meteor, I don't know, doesn't even have to have a name, does it? Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you have a go yourself. As I say, not rocket science. Probably a bit tricky if you have got eyebrows, but you can work around them, I'm sure. Go underneath them or even go over the top of them. But please do tag me on Instagram if you do. And I will be back with another video before you know it. Thanks again for watching, everybody. Stay safe, stay well, stay weird, and stay happy. Bye now.